Welcome back to another episode of the Badass 2000, and we are here in its natural habitat, the racetrack, Toronto Motorsports Park. The plan today is just to get this car shaken down and see if everything's running, that we don't have any leaks. Obviously, we've got the AP2 motor in. I haven't even tested the red line out yet to see where we're at, if everything's functional. We also don't know how good these Hankooks are going to be because, admittedly, I think they're, what, Dave? 4 years old now?
I think, yeah.
So they're getting up there in age, but hopefully they still have a little bit of life in them. Enough talking, I just want to get this thing out on the racetrack, so let's get to it.
What's going on here? PT's finally getting some seat time, everybody.
Oh, it feels so good to be back in this car.
Long overdue.
I'm telling you, I know.
I'm jealous, but I'm also so sick from driving other cars today that I don't think I could drive it without puking, so it's all on you, buddy.
Don't worry, DP. I'll make sure to give this thing a proper break-in.
Give her.
Welcome back, S2000. Oh, boy, does it feel good to be back in the seat of this car. Oh, that gearbox, so smooth, so good. I gotta say, I have missed this thing tremendously. Let's have a quick peek at our gauges. Really, as I said, this is just a shakedown. We're not really gonna try to set any hot laps. We wanna make sure this car is running optimally before we do that. And it looks like we've got good oil pressure. Water temps are great and oil temps are good. Brakes feel fine. Oh, guys, I'm so happy to be back in this car. Oh, listen to that. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if I can notice the difference between the AP2 and the AP1. Oh, feels good. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Torque coming out of the corner. Okay, that feels good. Oh yeah, I forgot. The rev limiter is lower. That's right. I forgot. This thing now only revs to, I think, 8,000 with our new AP2 ECU. Keeps it under control. So let's see where the rev limiter is. Yeah, so it's just on the tack. I think it's just around 8,500-ish. So obviously that's a little off, but I'll know now that I need to shift right there. That's great. Oh, feels good, baby. Feels good. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, yes. Hard on the brakes. Into the corner here, and oh, a little push. I don't know, it feels a little torqueier, like coming out of the corner here. Oh yeah, for sure. The mid-range is there. Before, I remember the car did not have like that 5,000-6,000 RPM, but if I get on it here, it certainly comes alive. So it's nice. It is very nice. Oh, the stock clutch is a little slippery. I forgot about that. This is the stock clutch. We opted to keep it over putting it back our spec, and I gotta say it, you gotta be a little gentle on the shifts. Listen to that sound. Oh. Superb brakes. Really, really good. Did I mention the gearbox, people? Look at the slide. Oh, yes. Stock motor. I gotta say, it just runs so good. It really does. There's no complaints about this car at all. What an absolutely fun experience. I forgot how good this car is. It really, really is fantastic. It's so fun to drive. It's so easy to drive at the limit. It has so much involvement, and that's really, to me, what makes this car so much fun and such a great track car, is that, you know, there's a lot of other vehicles out there that may be faster, that may do things better, but the one thing that this car does so well is involve you. The gearbox, the steering, like everything is just so on point and tuned with this car. All right, I've done enough talking. Let's bring this thing in.
All right, PT, what'd you think?
I'm in love again, DP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a great car.
Isn't it?
It really is. It is so good, and I think it is ready. So there was no major issues. So I think it is time for us to head to the dyno because we want to know how much power this engine makes before we come back here and set a real hot lap and DP's sickness goes away. Well, we didn't make the dyno, and there's a very good reason why. We decided to drop the transmission and change the clutch out.
Why is that, PT?
The reason is it was just slipping too much. Oh, the stock clutch is a little slippery. On the racetrack, when we were banging gears on the shakedown run, I was like, you know what? This clutch may make it, but then I said, nah, it's not gonna do it any justice, so we need to put our spec clutch back in. In hindsight, we should have done it when we had it all out, but you know what? It's kind of how it goes.
You can already see through the pressure plate too that disc is burnt. Look at how blue the inside is.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's certainly got some color to it. Oh yeah.
Blue, the inside
OEM Honda. Lots of life left on it, but just not enough clutch. Definitely not enough clutch for what we're trying to do.
You know what? Putting the light and flywheel in the spec on will make for an even match between
there we go. We're going back to
motor.
our tried and true. I think this is a stage 2 plus, right, TP?
Yep, that's our trusty 2 plus disc that we put in everything.
We are. We're putting it all back in.
Clutch works, Peter. I think we've succeeded in fixing this thing, which means this episode is a wrap. We're excited to get this thing back into true track ready condition, which means the next time you see it, it's going to be at Toronto Motorsports Park ripping some serious tech, maybe with a bunch of other S2000 guys. You'll have to stay tuned to see that. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate all the thumbs up and the support with the old subscribe button. And jump on our shop too, speedacademy.shop, and get yourself a hat or a t-shirt or a sticker even. That's power, right? Stickers, power. That's a thing. Here it comes, everybody. Listen to the song of my people. This is what tech sounds like when it's being ripped. Rip that tech, PT. Rip that tech.